welcome to this episode. It's episode 9000, I think. I have no idea what episode it is.
Oh, it's 9000!
Episode 9000. I'm here with some awesome people. I know all these people, and they're great. And they're all funny and smart, and they love movies. Or making fun of movies, because that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And we're here at Anarchy Girls Cospace. It's great. You should look them up on Facebook or their website, anarchygirlscospace.com. And this movie we're talking about isn't mine. Jamie couldn't be here. He's normally the host. So I have his movie that I watched, and I'm going to recommend it for him. It's The Haunting.
The original Haunting.
Yeah. The original Haunting.
From 1963.
Just ignore that.
Yeah.
Just ignore that 1999 one. It didn't exist.
Oh, yeah,
Owen
don't
Wilson
watch
and
that
Catherine
one.
Zeta-Jones.
I'll give you the rundown of it. It's about a crazy lady she's crazy.
Yes.
She's crazy.
Yes.
Eleanor. And
Nell.
she has a very echoey inner monologue.
I wonder what it would be like looking down from there. That's where she did it. From that window.
And she goes to they go to this haunted house where a bunch of murders have taken place, and they're going to try to pull these ghosts out. And she connects with the house. There's not a whole lot of ghosts. There's a lot of loud noises.
Just to be clear, though, there are not necessarily murders. There are
Bad
deaths
things.
that happened.
I have to say, it's old. It's an old movie.
Yeah.
It's very old. And they like to do this with old movies. If you noticed the opening sequence, they just put a still of a black and white house for 10 minutes while the credits roll. It's my favorite part of those movies.
And ominous music.
Yeah.
Which is like,
And you gotta think about that text effect where it went all swirly and then
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
The title.
There's
when
like
it came
1,500 computers that had to do that in 1963.
1,500. To be fair, because it was 63, they had really cool camera angles to make it a little
They
scarier.
really did.
You know, they
I
had some
love
cool
that.
motion with the camera. They did a lot of low angles. So I didn't love it. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Here comes the criticism.
Did you 1963 love it?
Yeah, if I was in 63, I probably would have loved it.
Take the lens of 1963
Right.
and realize like how innovative. It's like if this was in smell-o-vision, this would be amazing. Like, oh my god, I can smell the horse kicking her.
Right. No, I understand what you're saying, but I also feel like the sound effects were like, were these ghosts robots? Because it was like...
They probably had some foil, and they were like, "What do we do?"
Shake the foil. It's scary.
That door was awesome. They're like, "Who has latex in the '60s?" They're just like,
It's the RKO radio production version of like sound effects. Just like, and now he's walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
You know.
It did great with building the suspense.
Yes.
Like, I love that, and I felt like the angles and the black and white and pulling you into that world, like, that really worked for me. And that was how I didn't notice how cheesy the effects were, too, because when you'd hear the noise, it was kind of like, oh, no! But you never see anything,
No.
and that was kind of hard, because it's like...
They stare off into the distance on a bed for like 2 minutes. Just
Yeah.
like, I hear something. I thought it was you. And it's just like...
That's it!
"Did you lock the door?" No.
Let's not lock it. I'm kind of with you on that. I felt like I wanted to see something.
I did
understand
too,
it was
I did
63.
too.
But I thought they could have done something
Right.
more.
Like if they could have opened the door, but there's a bit of that, unnamed thing.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of spoiled of just having everything named for
Yeah.
us and seen for us. When
What
you have
do you
something...
mean we're spoiled?
Yeah, we are. You're a millennial. So
I'm 42. I'm not a millennial.
yeah, but you have all your
You're
hair.
millennial.
You have all your hair, and
You heard it from Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
You're a ginger.
Hey, wait, what's wrong with ginger?
Yeah, you're never aged because
We
of the,
don't age.
Yeah. My soul weighs me down.
We suck your soul and then we take your age.
That's how we stay young
Yeah.
That
forever.
explains a couple things about me today.
But anyway, yes.
But the unnamed thing, like I actually got chills during this movie, and I expected to hate this movie. I thought this was gonna be lame. I'm watching all of a sudden this bong bong, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of an awful effect.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Went over my head. And you're right, we never see anything except for the wife. Like, I'm in the attic and I don't know what to do.
That was so weird too. Why wouldn't she ask for help?
Yeah, I found the ornaments.
Why would her face just be there? She sees everyone and she's
just like, oh, I'll be back.
But it also suffers from really weird, obnoxious parts that don't belong. Like when the gatekeeper opens it up and then she charges her car forward, and like she's having a joke with him, and then it gets back to being serious.
Yeah.
You seem to be the one who's afraid.
You'll be sorry I ever opened the gate.
I thought that the housekeepers, the couple, would be way more involved because they set them up to be this
they were
creepy
big
couple.
in the beginning.
Yeah. And then like that girl was a total dick.
Yeah.
She's all like, Auntie Nell is blinking. It's like, well, it's just Tourette's. Leave her alone. This is super ableist.
I do remember the part though where the housekeeper lady, when she was like trying to get under the girl's skin, like, in town so far away.
Leave before the dark comes.
Your husband?
We live over in town, miles away.
Yes,
So there won't be anyone around if you need help.
I understand.
We couldn't hear you. In the night.
Do you have any idea when Dr.
No one could. No one lives any nearer than town. No one will come any nearer than that.
And then the second time, the
She's
girl
like,
kept
the
cutting
same
her off.
thing.
She said the same thing.
The exact same thing. She just kept.
Have you known Dr. Mark very long?
I have breakfast ready at 9.
No, I've never met him.
I don't stay after 6, not after it begins to get dark.
My only contact with him has been our correspondence about the, quote, experiment, unquote.
I leave before the dark comes, so there won't be anyone around if you need help.
No one can hear you if you scream in the night. Isn't that so, Mrs. Dudley?
and then when Nell adds in the, but you had this creepy thing to add at the end.
Yes.
You're right. No one hears you in the night because we're not here. Thanks for reminding me, Nell.
Yeah, they were just gone.
That's
so.
unfortunate. They were good.
Yeah, well.
They had potential to be good.
I think it's pure, as far as horror on the psychological level, this was good.
Oh, it's so good.
This was this, and you everybody has this weird aunt who's like super entitled, but also afraid to go out in the real world. It's like, I pay a lot to sleep on this couch in your house.
That car's half mine.
That car is half mine. I'm gonna take it, and I never drive it.
That's why I really liked her narration. That
Yeah.
you could always like hear what she was thinking because it was just so insane. It's
No,
like,
she was insane.
I'm going to make something with my life by spending the night in a haunted house.
She said that even at the end when she was driving off to die. Spoiler alert, to die. She was driving off to die. She's like, obviously someone's taking control of the wheel and going to kill her. And she's like, but wait, finally something's happening to me.
Yeah, and then she's just dead.
She's dead.
And then, which is their kind of attempt, I guess, to button it from the beginning, because at the beginning it's the woman with her child and they're going up in a horse-drawn carriage and the horse throws the carriage into a tree. And she dies, and then the dad has to come in with the daughter and just lays out the dead mother in front of her. He's like, "No, look at her, she's dead." And she goes to turn away, and she just, "No, look at her. This is your cartoon." And that girl's name was Hanna-Barbera, and she grew up to be a cartoonist to give alternatives for children and Saturday morning entertainment. An alternative to watching their mother just go
Dead
into
relatives.
rigor mortis.
So we'll go. Do you recommend this? Is this a recommend for you?
It's a recommend for a one and done.
Okay.
It's worth seeing.
Okay.
But I wouldn't call it a film that you should be watching every Halloween.
All right. So did you hate it? Were you scared?
Not really.
No.
I didn't hate it, but I wasn't scared.
Okay.
I looked at it for what it was, and it was just this really suspenseful film using what they could at the time to make it suspenseful, and I'm sure it worked at that time.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just me being as old as I am, as desensitized as I am.
Millennial.
Yeah.
Millennial.
Yeah, you're not even a ginger.
I know. Weird. But yeah, it's like it worked for the time, but not so much now.
Okay. Melissa?
I would recommend it if you like horror movies, because I think it's like really important to watch it as one of the first horror movies that used a lot of experimentation like that.
Okay.
And the angles, and also the suspense worked for me, even though it was like a little dated for where it was. It scared me. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be anything like I couldn't handle seeing. You know?
Right.
It's not like Faces of Death or something. But
Stop bringing that up! I hated Faces of Death.
Remember when they killed the monkey?
Stupid Faces of Death.
But I would recommend it, and just for the narration of the main character alone, it's such a cool little psychological journey.
Yeah, it is. How about you, Jesse?
Yeah, if you like the understated suspense of Hitchcock combined with the misogyny of Mad Men, and maybe a slight dose of the closeted lesbianism of Mrs. Roosevelt.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, because every single time it's like, want to come to bed then, Nell? Oh, yeah, I guess so.
We're
What's this
going
about?
to be best friends.
And here, have more alcohol. I think you'll like this. I honestly was not expecting to like this movie. It was smart. It was suspenseful. It had definitely some dated moments in the dialogue. Lots of cigarette smoking.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with the way that the guy was making the martini, but I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
Okay. I probably with Gavin on this one, I probably won't watch it again. It was okay for me. It was very slow moving to begin with. I understand that it's building to suspense. And the end was better. The end kind of like picked up its pace a bit. So a recommend. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 meahs and 2 yay.
Which equal A.
So maybe watch it, is what we're saying. Maybe watch it. So, all right. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming to hang out with me and talk about this film. Thank you so much, AnarchyGirlsCospace.com, for letting us be here. How can people follow you, Gavin?
The Gavin Sheehan on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can read all my work at bleedingcool.com.
Sweet. Melissa?
Melissa Merlot on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Jesse?
And JesseParent.com, also at JesseParent on Twitter.
You can follow me at ToySoupComedy.com. And thank you, Ben Fuller, for all he does. Yay, Ben! Follow Cult Classics vs. Comedians on Facebook for all the episodes and this episode. And thanks, everybody. Yeah?
Thank you.
In the bag.